Good afternoon, and thank you, Chairman Collins, Ranking Member McCaskill, and distinguished members of the committee for holding this hearing. My name is Berna Heyman, and I am here today to share my personal experience as a Wilson disease patient, confronted with sudden and dramatic increases in drug pricing, and also to speak for others with devastating illnesses facing high drug price increases. Having Wilson disease is like being stuck in a tunnel. This genetic disease is bad enough with its many uncertainties, risks of organ or cognitive failure, but the exit to the tunnel is barricaded because of obscene drug costs. The cost increased by a factor of more than 20 over the past 5 years. The drug is essential. People can die without it. The drug company deserves the right to make a profit, but it is unconscionable that one company, Valeant, can hold Wilson disease patients hostage. Wilson disease is treatable. With proper medication, progress of the disease can be halted, and a patient can live a normal life. Treatment is aimed at removing excess copper and preventing reaccumulation. Treatment for Wilson disease is lifelong. I was undiagnosed for 60 years, making me one of the older individuals to survive that long without medical intervention. I was shocked when a radiologist informed me I had cirrhosis of the liver. A DNA test confirmed that I had Wilson disease, and I immediately began taking Cyprine. I was a librarian at the College of William and Mary and had very good health and drug insurance. Upon retirement, I was insured through Medicare, including Part D, along with supplemental insurance. Cyprine has been around more than 30 years. It's an old drug. As I understand it, Valeant did not spend a cent on research and development for this drug. Valeant purchased the drug in 2010 and began increasing prices. My copay for Cyprine was under $700 per year until 2013. By 2014, my projected copay exceeded $10,000 per year, with my insurance paying over $260,000 per year. That is untenable. Something has to be done. My doctor and I applied for Valeant's patient assistance program, and I was denied financial assistance. I then wrote Michael Pearson, the CEO of Valeant, asking why there was such a dramatic price increase. Valeant customer service replied, "The investments to develop and distribute novel medicines are only viable if there is a reasonable return on the company's investment." The president of the Wilson Disease Association and my doctor communicated with Valeant representatives and were told I did not qualify for aid because I was on Medicare. I also applied to Patient Access Network Foundation and was told my income precluded support from their foundation. My doctor and I then discussed switching to an alternative. In 2014, October, I switched to Galzin, a zinc salt. Galzin works differently than Cyprine. It inhibits the absorption of copper rather than extracting it. Is this treatment sufficient for me? We are still monitoring its effectiveness. Galzin costs me about $480 per year. The only reason I changed was the cost, even though none of the cost is covered by my insurance. My health was stable with Cyprine, and my doctor and I made the change only under duress. Galzin is not the preferred treatment for me. A year after I stopped taking Cyprine, a reporter from the Financial Times interviewed me and then talked to Valeant about my case. Later that day, a Valeant representative called, offering to help. He noted that while Valeant strives to help everyone, there are limits because of the government. He said he might be able to work with me as an exception. I told him I did not want to be an exception. I wanted everyone to have the same opportunity. If the money for assistance comes from insurance companies, we are still paying. If the money comes from the government, we ultimately pay the price. Shifting who pays doesn't solve the problem. Then a local florist called inquiring where to deliver flowers. They told me Valiant sent the flowers with a note saying it was a pleasure talking to me and to let them know if they could be of assistance. I refused the flowers and asked that the sender be informed of my refusal. My doctor and I received letters stating I was enrolled in the assistance program and receiving free Cyprine, which was not true. A message was also left on my phone asking if I still needed help. All of this happened more than a year after I stopped taking Cyprine. This is my story. I am fortunate, but I do not want others to face these same challenges. I don't have answers, but as a victim of this disease and the outrageously high cost of the preferred drug to treat the disease, I do question how Valiant can justify financially and morally how increasing the price of Cyprine can be done since it is an old drug, out of patent, and has been reasonably priced until they began manufacturing it. Thank you for the opportunity to address the committee today and for the opportunity, hopefully, to contribute to some action to stem this contemptible development in the pricing of orphan drugs. I look forward to answering any questions you might have.